Sup, y'all? Welcome to the Global Nerds Podcast. We are your
Well,
hosts. Make sure you have your coffee, your tea, your water, whatever you need to get through the day because we got some topics for y'all. How y'all fellas? Oh, he just disappeared, huh? As soon as we started intro, he just disappeared, man. Just cut on out.
He's like, I'm out. I'm done. Sorry. See you later, guys.
But how y'all
Nope,
fellas been?
I'm back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
I'm,
Yeah.
fe-
Doing,
I'm
doing
feeling
it.
however Milo's feeling. How you feeling, buddy?
He's like, I feel like playing.
This is our MVP of the day, Milo.
Dog A.
Oh, look at
It's
him.
going to be a long 2 days. That's all I'm going to say on my end.
Let's look at our co-host. Oh, go back to the co-host, man. Go back to the co-host. Milo, Mr. Co-host. We need your opinion on some of these topics, man. Come closer to the camera. Closer. Now, Milo, how do you feel about X-Men on Disney Plus?
He said,
You love it? You love it, right? Now, how do you love the character of Storm? I need you to articulate how you feel. I know, fuck that nigga who shot her too. I know, I feel it. I know, that's why I love you.
He's like, all I know is toy.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Oh no.
MVP.
Rolling to our first topic, X-Men 97. Have you guys watched it?
I have.
I have as well.
Man. I must say, I'm a fan of the original, but I had no idea they was going to completely modernize it where it's just epic. You know what I mean?
So I absolutely loved it. I watched both episodes all the way through. The cat back, the intro got updated.
Mm-hmm.
It still has that kick-ass beat.
Oh, yeah.
My biggest issue was the animation in general.
It was a little jarring, but I sort of go ahead.
I actually like the animation, like the update. It took me a second to get used to it, but
Same.
really not that long. It looks amazing.
Like, I feel they updating it to newer sets, making it nice and bright and dark. I love that. Like, that's not my issue. I brought this up to Mark, and it feels like I'm watching anime with subs. The mouths are moving, but the voices are not connecting. I don't know if it was my connection or something, but that was my issue. Just, what?
Yeah, I kind of see that now.
Yeah. See, it kind of reminded me of like if it was Korean. That's what like kind of gave me vibes and stuff like that. If you're toasting it down to something, so I generally thought, oh, it looks like it's a Korean type thing. I just couldn't get up the fact that every single time it's like we've got to show the faces more. We've got to show this. I was just like, okay, cool, that's fine. But I'm guessing it's because they had what they wanted to do. It's kind of like get it going.
Yeah, they shot it like it was like live action almost, with the focusing on their expressions and things like that. But I'm like, y'all do know this is animated, but I could understand why they did that because eventually they want to show this like it's a dramatic show, if that makes sense.
And the action scenes, at least with the Sentinels, it was clunky.
What? I have to disagree. The action scenes was epic. They made my boy Cyclops actually a dope ass character. Just the way he used his optic blast to slide around the battlefield and stuff like it. They did their thing with the action.
He's got a nuke in his eyes, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of interesting because when I watched the original, Like, I never really liked Cyclops. I thought he was a bit of a bitch all the way through. He was really boring. Like, he had no kind of substance. He was I'm the Boy Scout of this. Like, you can't be what.
Yeah.
Oh
And then,
yeah, they fixed his character up in this.
yeah, and I feel like that added more to it. And then when I saw him actually in the first thing be a bit more kind of fluid, more kind of like actually fun, I was like, God damn, I like Cyclops. He actually is quite fun. Like he looks like a decent character.
Yeah.
And well, go ahead.
Cyclops is a tricky character to handle because, like, he's kind of a stiff. That's part of his personality, but part of his arc is learning how to be a leader and learning how to think outside of the box, and that can be difficult. But I like what they're doing with him so far, especially his arc with Jean and them considering. Dude, how much do we want to spoil this?
Go for it all.
Yep, we going forward.
Gene
It's
being
out.
that he and Jean have a child coming on the way and coming, and like they're considering leaving the X-Men, and on top of that, apparently in Xavier's last will and testament, Magneto's the one meant to lead the team now.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like everything they're doing with that, especially what it means because they're also doing something with Magneto and Rogue. Turns out they were a thing, and that means interesting things for Magneto's arc and Rogue's and Gambit's too. It's just a lot of possibilities they're setting up.
Yeah,
Which all that was in the comics, and
yeah.
Carl's
Yeah.
X-Men audio drama just hit that arc itself recently. I think last month or the month before it dropped.
I don't know who
I
Carl is.
have to,
Me neither. I have no
remember.
idea where we're going with that.
Who's Carl?
Carl is the runner of Scyther audio dramas.
Okay, so
He does the Power Rangers audio drama, X-Men audio drama.
So it's not an official thing. It's not like he's part of
No,
Marvel.
it's all fan made.
Right. Okay. It's just we don't know who that is. So when you bring him up, it's like, who are these people?
Multiple times. Oh well. It does feel like they're going that route of the comics for this new series, which is nice. The characters are definitely more believable as well. And it's nice to see Morph have more of a impact of the.
Yeah, that's the one character I don't really like so far. Morph, he was always supposed to have sort of a tragic element to him, and given what we see with him hallucinating Mr. Sinister in the opening, they'll probably bring that back at some point, but they kind of make him a Deadpool type. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that direction, especially with the taste. He straight up imitates corpses. He's introduced imitating the cadaver of Professor Xavier. It's like, dude, chill.
Hey, he got to do what he got to do. Morph is actually one of the coolest characters in the show. Just the way he I know they tried to do something different with him because he had no screen time in the original animated series, so they actually bumped him up to like a main character. So I get the respect for that. But skipping characters around, I love what they're doing with Rogue and like the Magneto thing. I love what they're doing with her. But the MVP of the whole show is actually fucking Storm and Magneto. Them two are the MVPs. They carrying the entire show.
See,
well, go ahead.
Me and Magneto, definitely.
I was gonna say, I like Storm for what she did, but I just had a feeling it was all going to be all about Storm, and that's what I was slightly going to go. Are we doing a whole thing about Storm? What about all the other X-Men and stuff like that? But what they did in the second episode, I think this is I think that if anyone else got shot like that, they'd be more like, well, my powers are gone. What am I going to do? I don't care. But Storm was just more like, I can't feel anything. I can't feel like that slightest breeze. And I was like, shit, they really fucking gonna absolutely get her. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And no matter who plays her, is a
I
great
just-
character. I really like Storm myself.
Yeah.
I do not like because Jarrell, you brought up in chat that she's like a cheat code.
Huh.
She is. She is definitely the tank on the team because she is the omega level mutant. So I mean, just in the clip, the meme now is bring the forecast. Like when your shit is hitting the fan, you call Storm, she's going to clear it up.
What do you think of them taking her powers away?
That's the only way you have to humble a god. It's the
Mhm.
Superman thing. You got the
Yeah.
most powerful character on the team who can defeat anything. How do you make the team go up against challenges? You got to remove the Juggernaut. You got to remove the tank. So taking away her powers was actually expected. Either going to be her or Magneto who's going to lose their powers because they're just the two most powerful people on the team at this point.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like making her that cheat code. I don't like it.
Why? Storm always been the cheat code from comics to whatever. She's always been the
Oh
god.
no,
It's literally her name, the goddess. She's
Oh
literally a
yeah.
god.
Magneto
Oh.
straight up tells her at the beginning of the second episode, "You're the closest thing I've ever known to a god."
Yeah, it's just who she is. She's literally a goddess.
but I feel like if it was kind of, we're gonna go back to the whole X-Men team, team aspect. You would think, okay, if she's my trump card, don't call her until this. But I feel like that's kind of patronizing. I think the entire team should be there to help.
They are. They just
if
can't
you-
handle it. So when the shit hits the fan, it's like, okay, we can handle 1 or 2, 3 Sentinels, but now there's about 12 of them. Yo, Storm, bring your ass over here. We need some help. Type of the thing with Scarlet Witch. You remember the Okoye scene? Like, why was she up there this whole time?
But
Kind of
don't you
thing.
know, you never split the party.
I don't get that reference.
I think I'm excited to see what they do with Storm because her whole identity is being one of the most powerful mutants of the modern era. How does she confront not being that?
And that's what her arc is with this show. She's going to explore who she is without being a mutant. Because again, they kind of foreshadowed it when she had that conversation with her sister Jean about the baby. What it's like to be human. So they kind of going to foreshadow that right there. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I generally think, like, are they going to go down to the whole thing of, is she going to go to the Shadow King again? Because that was a huge thing in the original comics and stuff like that.
I think the route they're going is with the Forge thing, where he's going to have to create a device to give her powers back.
Yeah.
So that was also in the comics when they end up falling in love and type of a deal. So
one thing that I kind of really hope is that they don't. So the guy, obviously he's made the gun, and he's not gone, these are my blueprints, and I've now put them online for everybody to see, because I feel like if that got out there, it would just ruin the whole thing of X-Men, because you've got those people that want to fuck things up, that they want to kill mutants, get rid of them. That if every single person just had that gun and taking out mutants, I'd just be like, that's really, really shit. So I'm hoping that if they go, well, we're making this gun. Do you see what Magneto did? He fucking took people to space.
Yeah,
and
that was amazing.
kill them.
Magneto is at his best, like when you see where he's coming from, and that happens so often in this show because a lot of the humans are fucking assholes. So you definitely see where he's coming from, and oh my god, that scene was amazing. Like he basically, when he takes them to space and tells them, "I'm trying, my friend, my best friend in the world, trusting me with his legacy. I want to be better. Don't make me slip up." I forget exactly what he said, but oh my god, it's such a good quote. I gotta look it up.
But the way Magneto is, oh god,
he's one of the best. He and Storm, oh my god, best part.
I mean, look at this scene here from Storm. Just this one scene here is just so freaking epic.
Surrender. Give him the forecast.
Like, yo,
threat detected.
The god is here.
Making glass.
Oh, it's sick.
The music, the atmosphere, everything.
They got her walking like a fucking
And
badass.
reclaim these relics of hatred.
Poppy, YouTube, don't strike us.
Please YouTube that.
That's why I didn't go to the official stuff. This is somebody uploaded.
And this is just, and it's just a clip too. I mean,
yeah.
I actually have to look her up because
So what's really interesting is like they never did this back in the old days. Could you imagine in the first episode, it's like Jubilee's at the mall, you got Rogue and Storm, and then all of a sudden like the Sentinels like bust in, and she's just like, nope, full power, going full on.
But that's the thing. That's what I love about this modernized take, because the thing is that was released in the 90s, which means it was conceived within the 80s. Back then, they just didn't have the imagination for female characters to be this powerful, because it was all about the male gaze and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is why some of the art styles was the way they was. They always showed they bust and they ass and stuff like that. It was just a different time. So now we're in a time where female empowerment, they can be just as powerful as men, or just as greater. You know what I mean? So now we get Storm in her full realized potential.
Sorry,
that's what it is. Like,
What do
we
you think of
actually
her hair?
get Storm.
What do you think of her haircut?
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm not the biggest fan of that look.
I never
I
been a
don't
fan
like
of
it.
the mohawk at all. I mean, can you imagine the scene what it looked like with her flowing hair? Like, she's actually called the Weather Witch for a reason.
The,
I want
the
you
long
to
hair is more her.
horror. Like, I want y'all to play up that horror of her being a witch. Like, come on now. That's why I really hope MCU, if y'all listening, please, when you add X-Men, make Storm be the horror character, okay? She's a witch for a reason. Let us see that horror take of Storm. Like, let's see that.
I mean, for
Blood
this
Bunny.
animated version of her, they could have at least gave her like a flowing silver afro or something.
oh
They could have
no,
gave her anything. They could have gave her
hairstyle is
braids,
canon.
something. That's why I have not
Right.
seen Storm with braids. Like, they could have done something like that.
Yeah. The best line of the show so far, though,
Okay, so
is
she is.
I'm trying to be better. Don't make me let you down.
Yeah,
That's
That
the best shit. It basically just it's telling us, Magneto's trying to change. He wants to do the right thing, but he's still Magneto. He will kill you if you push him. Don't make him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that hold back when he's like, "Oh, Summers, you are here. Here, read this." Just that hold back to give him that last will and testament book. It's
Yeah.
not a piece of paper or an inch, probably an inch thick. It is a book.
I'm just worried about his tears when he saw Storm on the ground. And he was pointing to her like, "This is what you want for us, mutant kind," and just to see her in agony because she can't feel the weather anymore. Like, that shit broke me.
Yeah, like I can imagine like that was the one point like he was about to go like I'm going to fuck everything up. You know that he would have absolutely like killed everybody and gone. You've now taken the life of Storm effectively. But the fact that he has to hone back. But again, like I think he also sent that message of like I've just ripped these people from the ground. I've just got this one guy who's actually gonna kill like who took the shot, and I've just taken you to space. If you ever fucking go down, if you ever just try to go against us, I'm just gonna do this to you. And I think that's sending a more powerful message. I have all this power, but I'm not gonna use it. But you know what? I have it.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely maturing and becoming a better person. I tried to be the better person, which I really hope at the end of this, where he's like, fuck it, Charles, you was a good person. I just want to rip the flesh from these people's bones.
It's,
want to see that.
It's out of respect for his good friend because
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, they were both friends back in the day.
It is, and it is out of respect. But I kind of like the duality of Magneto and Eric, where I respect you from doing your thing, but Charles, you got to respect me for being who I am. And I want him to be like, okay, I respected you for so long, but these niggas keep trying to shoot me and my people. I want to take their heads off, and I want you to respect that I'm gonna take their heads off, and that's what I want from Magneto.
Hmm.
Because
I'm also loving how like he's not completely redeemed. You never want to
Exactly.
completely redeem Magneto. That's a no.
yeah,
No, that's a time saver. That is definitely episodic.
Makes you wonder though, do you think he's gonna go back to his old habits?
I
I
hope
There's
so.
definitely going to be a moment in this series where he's going to go rogue. I ain't even seen it yet, and I'm already calling it.
Yeah, I mean, because the stakes are gonna go up, and that's when he's gonna have to make the serious choices.
Right.
Yeah, especially with that like Castle Grayskull looking master mold Jean had her vision of.
I mean, we like Sentinels, and stuff, but we don't want to talk about these ugly Sentinels. Hold on, let me show y'all what I'm talking about.
Man, I love what they did with Master Mold. The way they animated him, he straight up looks like he's about to turn Prince Adam into He-Man.
I know y'all remember this, right?
Forget everything you think you know. Whatever lessons you learned in school,
Was.
whatever your parents taught you,
Y'all remember this bull?
none of that.
This movie gave us some of the
matters.
greatest live action
You're not kids
suits
anymore.
of the X-Men
You're not
for
students.
this 30-second clip.
You're X-Men.
But what's so great is I think 97 took some notes from this scene here. And it's brilliantly done.
I agree.
This is the greatest scene in this entire movie. Just the setup, the way they come in, the way they're training, just the suit and stuff. Now, why wasn't that the movie? Do you understand what I mean?
Oh,
If you guys
I know
listening,
why. I know
let
why.
that be the movie.
No. We already got that.
Dark Phoenix,
Days of Future Past already explained it
that's a good one. Yeah.
because what they explained was, oh, Mystique, more of, I kind of like your powers. I'm going to put it in the Sentinel program.
I get it.
And that's terrifying
You know what,
because
people?
of
We
adaptability.
need that to
Yeah.
be the movie, though. We need the X-Men. They fight Sentinels. We need that whole thing to be the entire movie, not just a subplot like they did with Days of Futures Past. Like that needs to be the film.
Snoop.
Well, it was kind of the full plot. They were trying to prevent Mystique from doing something stupid to get the Sentinel program even worse than it already was.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want you focusing on Mystique and what she got to do. We need we need the future X-Men to be the main movie. That's what I'm getting at. Like we need to see
Yeah.
them going on because again, they're bringing the X-Men back. What
Yeah.
story are y'all going to tell?
Right.
There's too
Please
many.
don't do Dark Phoenix again. We already had 2 times. We don't need a third one.
We
Not
don't
yet.
need that. We
If
don't need that
anything,
X-Women
fix
line
it.
again.
The thing is, if you're going for animated series, they're not going to go back and do Dark Phoenix because that's already been done. So it'd be more like, hey, let's go revisit it. I reckon the main thing you're going to see next is going to be Tal Shiar is going to come along, give Xavier back, and then just be like, let's move on with a good story. But I mean, because X-Men's it's such a woke show, it's so easy that they
By
could
design.
do, yeah, like because no one's going to turn around and go, it's so woke now. It's always been like that. So you could do any storyline that you want. You want Trump there? Let's do about a story about him. Do you want to do about how Hollywood is right now? Let's do about that. And you can't argue about it. That it's always been like that. It's the perfect way of getting around all of these things, I reckon.
Yeah, I actually they do a really good job translating that into the modern era too, because one of the human extremists they catch, I think it's Trask actually, he basically says, you know, people are just wearing mutant tolerance on their sleeves, but they know deep down that tolerance is extinction. Like, and that kind of reflects how, I think that's a really good commentary, because right now we've just basically turned tolerance into a social media fad, a Vogue magazine thing.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Trask is the creator of the Sentinel program.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
To be fair, I find all of this really interesting because I kind of like X-Men a lot. Well, the cartoon. I was very kind of weirded, or not weirded out, sorry, but I was very interested to see how they were going to do the Rogue and Magneto storyline, because a lot of people are complaining about that at the moment, because obviously, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't remember that. And then I was like, no, I bet it's in the comics. And it was. So
Yeah.
I think people are going to be complaining about that quite a bit, but it's more like it was in the comics. Just fucking go watch or go read the comics.
And that's the thing. A lot of people are so team Rogue and Gambit because that's all they knew from the animated shows, and every other variation of cartoon that we have is Gambit and Rogue. They don't really touch on the Magneto story, but people forget Rogue was a villain with Magneto, the
Yeah.
Brotherhood, before she was an X-Man.
I almost
Or
forgot
she even,
forever a thing until they did that scene.
yeah, but that's the thing. Rogue was a bad person, y'all. Y'all think Natasha was a bad character. Rogue was the baddest of bad. She literally killed Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and took her powers and her life force, which is why she's in a coma. You know what I mean? Like, that's how she got the strength. She's not a good person.
So the question now is, because when we were talking about it in the chat, if they're going to make this into like live action, blah blah blah, do you think this is the reason? This is the way that they'll get rid of like Captain Marvel and like Brie Larson and stuff like that, and go, this is it.
It's the same way, because this is not going to be of our reality. This is of another one. So they could easily say, yo, like how Captain Marvel is binary now by Monica. Maria Rambeau is a Captain America in that universe. And she was also the Captain America in the Multiverse of Madness film. In that universe, she was Captain America. I mean, Captain Marvel. So they could easily say, yeah, she took the powers from Carol Danvers in her universe when they cross over. It's an easy fix that they
So
go.
correct me
Time
if I'm
paradox.
wrong.
George Clooney now.
Correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of the Marvels, in the post-credit scene, that Captain Marvel ends up with Kelsey Grammer Beast in that world.
Rambo.
Yeah, that was it. But that wasn't Captain Marvel. That was binary.
Yeah.
Where they actually turned her into a mutant type of a thing. Well, a little back to her binary from the comic is actually just a form of Carol Danvers where she's actually using her powers at a full potential. She goes binary. But in this universe, they're taking it to where she's a mutant and she's not Captain Marvel, if that makes sense. She's just a mutant binary. So they could do the same. Maybe she's the one who get killed by Rogue. You know, who knows what they're gonna do?
No, because Rogan. Oh no, yeah, she's only got touching power, so she hasn't got
That's
anything.
it.
Yeah, it took me a while. Then I was like, I'm pretty much sure that's happened. But no, yeah, like it could be a thing. No, but I see, because I know Brie Larson wants to leave, I think, or it's being rumored. So I would just brought the X-Men in and gone, okay, well, if you don't want to be Captain Marvel anymore, we'll initiate the Rogue like storyline, and she just does that, and then you can just spend your days sleeping. There you go. Yeah, get it
I
that way.
think she just want to be out of her damn contract, because that's the thing. These actors, they sign on to these movies just to do 1-2 movies, you know, just to boost their career. But Disney, again, they're just so damn evil. I do not like Disney as a company. They make these people sign 40-year contracts and shit. You can't do nothing. Like no other project, because it would conflict with interest and the perception that you're actually this character. I would never. I don't care where my career is going to be. I would not sign a contract with Disney/Marvel. I'm just not doing it. I don't give a damn, because that's career suicide. When you look at all the actors who we know who had a promising career. Tom Holland had a promising career. He signed on to be Spider-Man. That's all you fucking know. And he tried to do something else, it all flops because he's only associated with fucking Spider-Man.
Well, I thought he did okay in Uncharted as a
You don't
young
care.
Nathan
You know
Drake.
that movie flopped. That movie floppy flop.
Well, I guess we can say
Robert
that.
Downey Jr. He had a promising career. All people care about is him as fucking Iron Man
He won an Oscar recently.
for a movie nobody watched.
Everybody watched Oppenheimer.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
It's great. It's really
That's
good.
like saying
If you can tolerate the Nolan platitudes, it's amazing.
Ugh, I cannot. But I love me some Cillian Murphy, though. I love him, so I might have to support him and watch it. But that would be the only reason I for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Hey, good for him, man. He's been in. I think he's probably been the second highest grossing actor of all time behind Scarlett Johansson, at least in terms of the movies he's been in. So yeah, good for him. But Tom Holland was actually all the way back in 2020. He was in Devil All the Time. Did you guys see that movie?
No.
nope, not saying that
I
one.
saw The
I see it.
Impossible. I think it's called The Impossible with Naomi Watts. That's the movie that introduced me to Tom Holland. And I was like, oh, this boy career gonna go far. And then he signed on for Spider-Man, and now he's trapped in a contract that he can't escape to do anything else. Like that,
Well-
I just don't understand.
Well, he auditioned for Spider-Man, and they liked his energy, his just like with say JDF or Austin St. John. As much as I hate to bring him up at the moment, their ability to act on their own. They don't need stunt doubles.
No, that's fine. But my thing is the contracts that they're locked into, not their.
Yeah,
acting
I still think that's still dumb as all hell.
Yeah, it's just when you sign on to do. Okay, you got a 3-picture deal, and the next thing you know, the 3-picture deal turns into 45 appearances, and you can't do nothing outside of 45 appearances. It's like, so I got to be stuck in the contract for 20 years and don't do nothing. Like
You don't
I'll
want
stifle
a
it.
job to become more than a job.
Exactly, and I understand Elizabeth Olsen when she's like, "Y'all, I don't want to come back as no fucking witch. I've been doing this for 10 years already. I want to expand my acting horizon," and she's doing it. But can you imagine being an actor and that's your job, and you just want to play different characters, and you sign up for Marvel, and like, well, you gonna be the same character for 10 years.
Right.
That shit was suck.
I
One
generally
act-
think. Sorry, go
One
on.
actor who's done a really good job expanding beyond that niche is Dave Bautista. He was in Dune 2. He was great there. He was in that M. Night Shyamalan film.
Knock at the wood, knock at the door. Yeah,
I generally thought I didn't know what that was then when I wasn't looking. I was
you
like,
got scared, didn't you?
no, I was like,
Knock at the Cabin. That's the one he was in.
No, I thought the dog was getting mad at Brie Larson there for a moment,
Yeah.
or Disney.
He gets mad at everyone and everything at some point, right, buddy?
yeah, I do.
No? Okay.
No, I generally think that if say for example, like you are locked into a contract for like 10 years with Marvel, and then like you only use for one scene or one film, I'd be like, you have to give me more work, or otherwise I can leave this contract at any time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would get really annoyed with it. Be like, look, you've got to give me more work. You can't just be like,
Exactly.
well, you don't, you have to be on standby. Well, are you going to put me in these 8 other films? No, but you might be on standby. I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why you got to work that shit in your contract because I can't
That
understand.
that or get paid to be on standby.
Hmm.
Because if they're going to make these actors miss out on other work, they got to make it worth their while.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to bring up. That if your contract states, okay, you need to do X movies, and you'll get paid this much in total, but you'll get paid within like every 2 weeks or a month.
Mm.
Monthly pay sucks ass.
Just give me a couple mil per month.
Like if, but it also works on ratings as well, because they're like, okay, how many people went to see this movie?
I wouldn't put that in there because that's so like let's say for example it's like, okay, you pay me 1 million and then my pay will depend on how bad that film is. If that film drops and they go, Well, we were going to pay you $1 million, but considering how this didn't do very well, we're going to give you $5.
Yeah, get paid first. I think is our best guess on that one.
Yeah, but then they could just turn around and say, "Well, okay, well, the next film." I'd rather be like, if the film does what, like, just pay me like on standby rates. Give me $2 million per time for the every, like, how long it takes to make a film. Let's say 6 months, but every 6 months, give me $2 million because I'm on standby. Give me what you would pay me in if I was actually in this film, or slightly lower if I'm like doing like a 5-minute cameo or something like that. That way you get it a lot more out of it rather than just the generic. Well, the film flopped, so it's $5.
They should also make sure they have an escape clause if the movies go wrong, because Captain Marvel is a character not working. Brie Larson's making the smart decision trying to get out of that. So more actors should have that option.
You could go down the road of the same thing as like what Marvel's got in place with the studios, like, with, say, Spider-Man. If a Spider-Man film isn't made within 5 years, the rights go back. So you could say, okay, up to 5 years, you pay me $2 million per film. But if you don't use me, then within 5 years, I get to get out my contract. And you can't just be like, oh, wait, we've just made something with a cameo. It has to be a fully fledged film, and do it that way. Because then at least you'll still get a Spider-Man film or whatever Marvel film every couple of years. Just hope it doesn't go absolutely shit. Spider-Man goes to the laundrette. It's a film about Spider-Man going to a laundrette with action.
I'm trying to think of which actor actually came out about this whole streaming service thing. That during COVID, one of the Marvel actresses actually sued Disney for pay cuts, but they were getting
that was Scarlett, I think.
I was gonna say that sounds like a lot like Scarlett.
I can't remember the full story.
She ended up suing them because she was supposed to get a back end from the movie theatrical release of Black Widow, but they released it on streaming, so that cut into the contract. So she was able to sue them for that.
Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Not gonna be back again. Don't give a shit. Bye."
I ain't mad. Scarlett did the right thing, because that's exactly what I would do. Like, if I signed on, Marvel comes to me and they say, Mr. Peace, we want you to play Blade or whatever for one movie. And I'm like, okay, my deal is I get $2 million up front, which is not a lot of money. But on the back end, after the theatrical release, I get 60% of the box office. So that means I could get $5 million or $30 million at the end. You know what I mean? And then they're like, okay, well, we agree to that. You get 30% of the box office at the end. You know what? We're going to put it on streaming. That's not what's in my contract. I didn't say nothing about streaming. I said theatrical release. So now I could sue your ass for more money. So eventually I was only going to get between a total of $30 million. Now I could sue you for $130 million, and you got to pay up because you broke your contract. That's what happened. Exactly, Milo. $30,000. Okay? You get 30,000 bones.
Milo's in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Get this contract signed. Get it signed right now.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do, Milo? What would you do?
Listen, Disney, he telling y'all.
He's like, fix it right now.
Translate. He said on the back end, I was supposed to get $30 million of bones. You guys only gave me 10 bones in total. He's highly upset, okay? I am going to be his attorney for Mr. Milo. He said, right. And I get a retainer fee, right, Milo?
Yeah.
And all the mailmen you can chase.
You gotta keep the money, right?
That's his contract. He can chase all the mailmen he wants. But I mean, most of these actors do that stuff with their contracts, which is why they have to be a theatrical release, which is why we see these posters created. You even have to negotiate where your name is going to be on a poster, or even if you're going to be on the advertisement. Like, that is crazy. There's so much that goes on to these things as an actor and their team has to do that the public doesn't even know or even think about. Like, if I want to be, again, Blade, okay, well, I want to be the biggest picture on the biggest face on the collage picture that we have for marketing. Well, you got to put that in your contract. Well, I don't want my name all the way to the left. I want my name in the center, and I want it to be outlined in red. Well, that got to be in your contract. And I also, in the trailer come out, I want to be the first and last person you see in the trailer. Well, that got to be your contract. Like, it's just so much that goes on into these things before the movie is even done. Like, it's so crazy. And I see why they be suing and be stressed the fuck out. Because can you imagine being an actor or just in the entertainment business and you just think you're going to do it because you love acting or singing? And they're like, no, motherfucker, no. This is called entertainment business. Time for you to look at these paper and read. And you're like, fuck, I just want to sing. I just want to act. Like, that's not what it is.
Right.
That's why these fuckers be on drugs and everything. They be so stressed out. Y'all pray for your actors and stuff. They be stressed the hell out, boy.
I'm gonna be an actor when I grow up and just literally just smoking, drinking,
right? Like fuck, this is what acting is.
Like not even getting that thrill. Like bring in the hookers and they work. And it's just like this does nothing for me anymore.
Poor Hollywood dream. You either get touched or you on crack. Like which one is it? Like damn.
Sometimes both.
Right. This is sad. It's sad, man.
Yeah, like Tim Curry once said, only go to Hollywood if you're invited. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Facts. Shit, hell, even if you're invited, you will get touched. Don't go to no Diddy parties, y'all.
Even then, I mean, look what happened to Drake Bell. Straight up gets sexually assaulted by a casting director, and that casting director gets their asses saved because Disney wanted to hire him.
Yeah,
Facts.
like I heard that. Like he went to prison and then came out and did like, yes, boys. Let's. Oh God, like 3 episodes.
I just show y'all. I just show y'all Hollywood is a nasty, grimy place. They do not protect you. They do not care about you. They literally there to milk you and make money. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care what's happening to you. There's no morality code. If you're 60 years old, well, they go 12-year-old little boy. You can go play with his booty hole as long as you make our movie good. You know what I mean? Like Hollywood. That's why it's called Holly Weird for a reason. Holly Weird.
That's true.
God, it's weird. It's just so dark. Hollywood sucks.
Not even weird, just straight up evil, rotten to the core.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, well, it's not everybody Hollywood. Well, the good ones ain't speaking up. So I'm going to say all y'all complicit in it. If nobody's speaking up, then what is it?
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm only doing indie films.
Man.
It's better to remain independent than to sell your soul to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to 97 real quick, what do y'all think of Sunspot?
Oh, he was the one on the front, like the one who's going to have a thing with Jubilee, isn't he?
Yeah.
It didn't really bother me. Like I don't know too much about the character itself, so seeing them do whatever, I think that's going to be an interesting take on it.
My thing is just the discourse around that character behind the scenes and the stupid fake fans that had a issue with the voice actor being light skinned than the character that he's playing. I was like, y'all stupid fuckers. He's a voice actor. You won't even see him. And does it really matter? It does not matter.
No. Here we go. If we're going to go down that rabbit hole, most of your iconic white characters are played by blacks. Deal with it. There. End of argument.
It's like acting is pretending to be someone you're not.
Yeah. Like, did you hear about the Asian voice actor? I'm going to tell it anyway. So basically, this Asian voice actor was very much kind of like, was it like the right people? Like, say if you're Asian, white, black, Hispanic, you should only voice those characters only. So this Asian voice actor was very vocal, like all over Twitter, and then suddenly, like he went for a role, and the casting people were like, okay, yeah, we just want you as a tech support or something like that, or an Asian stereotype. And the guy went, okay, fine, I'll do it. But he was like, oh, can I go for the lead character? And they went, you can, but they won't accept you. And he went, well, why is that? He's like, oh yeah, it's because they just want you to be this particular character. He's like, but that's stereotypical. And you're like, yeah, well, that's it. Like, unfortunately, you can't do it because they want a white or black actor to be the main character because that's the character. And then he went to Twitter and was just like, oh, this is bullshit. And everyone went, but that's what you wanted. You wanted voice actors of whichever ethnic race to only play those characters. So why are you complaining? Because you got the role that you wanted. And he was just like, that's not what I meant. It's like, well, that's what you preached. So that's what you're going to get.
Exactly. And am I going to cast Phil as a black guy over a protected black guy? No, that's
Power Rangers did it.
No. Fit, and I'm going to say this like this. Fit the voice to the role. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Resident Evil stuff, and I keep thinking, who would be best played for this character? There's two different versions of Rebecca Chambers that I go, where's the median that could, expand on, like, say, an audio drama or something? I found one of my friends that I've heard before in her acting. I'm like, this is absolutely perfect. She's not this stereotypical white gal. She's Hispanic. She's she told me once, and I don't remember all of it, but it's the voice that matches the character, and that's what it should be.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to voice acting, I don't care about it enough to be. I care about it, but it's like, yeah, I agree. If that character sounds like that character, go for it. And if people have got problems with it, be like, why though? Because I want to know why.
Yeah, it's stupid to me because do you know how many damn females we had play male characters? How many males we had play female characters and vice versa? And I don't understand why people are tripping.
Naruto?
Goku?
Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all.
Luffy?
I mean...
Goofy?
Y'all know Bob's Burger. Y'all know Tina is a man. Like, y'all, come on now. Relax, y'all.
Exactly.
So who else? Timmy Turner?
Oh, right. Yep.
Bart Simpson. Bart, okay.
Oh, yeah. We could go down this rabbit hole with Bobby if we want.
Yeah. My thing is just like you said, choose the best character for it. It doesn't matter. That's why I like with these films, studios, they actually have open casting calls for whatever role, but they're open to all races, which is good. Just choose the best character. I mean, look at some of the. I mean, we wouldn't have had Captain Marvel because we broke up Brie Larson. She was a man in the first time, but they was like, oh, let's make it Carol Danvers. That's where she got the name Mrs. Marvel. I mean, Miss Captain Marvel. I mean, just get the best actor for it.
Yeah.
Person.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like people, they want all this, but it just never happens. Again, just choose the right person for the voice, because at the end of the day, I don't expect someone to go down the street, you're the one who voiced thingy, because no one, unless you love the show, no one's really going to look at the voice.
And I want to shout out James Cameron. Thank you for giving us Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, because we know that was written for a man. Thank you for giving us what's her name from Terminator? We know that was written for a man, but
Sarah Connor.
Yes, Sarah Connor, but the actress. Thank you for giving me her. Linda Carter.
Carter, yeah.
Thank you. You know what I mean, James Cameron, for actually doing what you're supposed to do, because we know this shit.
I have to shut you down on her being a good actress, because we see her in Dante's Peak and her acting fell flat there.
I don't remember that movie.
It was Linda Hamilton.
Hamilton. Who is Linda Carter?
Wonder Woman. Yeah, I was going to say Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry.
I heard Linda Connor there. Ms. Connor, you're going to be playing Ms. Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. OG Wonder Woman.
Yeah. It just
Wonder
worked.
She played in
Woman.
Sky High?
Yeah,
She
she's
was
in Sky High.
yeah.
Who the
Uh-huh.
fuck is she playing Sky High?
The principal
Principal.
Yeah, I
power.
was gonna say Principal.
The principal.
I've never seen it, but I was like, she's probably the
Oh my
principal.
gosh, you have to watch Sky High. It is so terrible with the acting. I hate that.
Why did she play in that movie?
The girl with the vine powers, who's actually
Yeah.
plays the ice girl from the Flash now. I'm
Mhm.
like, girl,
Oh
you can't
yeah,
act.
yeah.
The acting has not
Oh.
improved.
So, moving on to another topic.
I'm not done bashing the actress not playing.
So, you brought up Ripley from Alien and
Mhm.
James Cameron. Have you guys seen the Alien Romulus trailer yet?
I have. It's a little
Nah,
teaser.
not yet.
It's a little teaser, so I can't really talk about it because we ain't seen nothing. But
Yeah.
So,
I'm
the
just not much of
reason
a
why,
trailer culture guy anymore.
well, the
They always
reason I
spoil
brought
shit.
this up is this movie has been in the making for a while. We've been waiting for this, and so many people have put out concept trailers, fake trailers, and blowing this movie out of proportion. And then 3 days ago, I believe it was, Fox Entertain 20th Century Fox Entertainment finally dropped the trailer. And it actually looks sick. Like, it looks like a full-on outbreak. I'm excited.
me
And
too,
I've
but I'm
been-
gonna be scared though. I ain't lying, I'm gonna be
been
scared.
excited for an alien movie in a while. We've had the two prequel movies that didn't really lead up to anything. We got
I want to see it, but like I said, I'm gonna be scared because they definitely leaning into the horror of it, which is does Alien supposed to be. But y'all know I don't like horror movies. I'm a bitch for horror movies.
that's completely understandable.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about oh shit, I forget. What were we talking about again?
Alien scaring people.
Do you know what James Cameron's elevator pitch for the first movie was?
Fuck no.
He wrote Alien on a whiteboard and put a dollar sign at the end of it.
Facts.
God.
And the producers were like, "Let's do it."
Facts. That's how you sell a movie.
There you go.
Want to make money.
And their budget for that movie and what it turned out to be was really well done.
Yeah.
The book is just as terrifying, and I like the book more than the movie.
That's a whole nother topic of itself. Like, what book translates to the movie that has a movie counterpart, but which one is better? Like the 50 Shades franchise. The books are definitely way better in my opinion. Just those some freaky books, y'all. And the movie, I was like, oh, they about to make the movies and they was gonna go into the detail, but they didn't. They completely sugarcoated the books. And I know people say the same thing about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, but I haven't read all those books like that to really know. But yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If we're going to go down that rabbit hole, The Hobbit, not even 200 pages, they made 3 movies out of it.
Because it's walking.
Money, dear boy.
There's mainly walking.
That would have been so much better if they just made a single movie out of it. They could have done it.
Yeah, it would have been way better as a single movie. But I enjoyed the iterations, the action scenes. It feels like I like the dwarves more than I did the humans and the elves in Lord of the Rings. They had character built into them. Well, I keep watching the extended versions, of course, of all 6 movies, and I go, I still like the Hobbit movies more than Lord of the Rings. It just, I don't know if it's.
I've never heard someone say that before.
It's the characters that get to me. Like, I can't buy any of them. The more and more I watch it. And then I'll watch the animated version of Lord of the Rings, and I go, okay, what did you do to these characters? What did you do?
I'll give you this. Aragorn is a much better character in the animated film. Same with Frodo.
They do stuff. And John Hurt. You can't go wrong with John Hurt.
Yeah. My God, that guy was one of the best actors we ever had. Everything he touched was gold. But as far as like, oh my God, I'm so tired today, guys. Sorry, just go.
I'm like, where are we going, man? Where are we going?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
were we done with X-Men 97?
Yes, we were done with X-Men 97.
Yeah. So the next one, and we're also done with Aliens. So Power Rangers: The Return so far.
I don't know. I can't. It's like I can't review that because it's not done yet. You know what I mean? We only on the second issue. Third issue hasn't come out yet. I still ain't received my comics from there, but I get the digital versions because I pre-ordered the Kickstarter thingamajig. But it's like I can't really review it because maybe we go issue by issue. How about that?
Yeah.
Up to issue 2. How y'all like it so far?
I like it. I just
haven't read it.
with kind of going over it.
It's good. It's good.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's good.
one thing that I don't like in it so far is that issue 1 and 2 jumps. So it's more like, why is this going on? Like you have so for you guys who haven't read it, basically, it tells of the story of like what happens if it's just Mighty Morphing only, and Rita and Zed kill Zordon and Alpha straight away, and then the Rangers go off to go off for revenge. So they kill both. So they kill Rita and Zed quite quickly, and basically all evil ever, whatever. But at the because of that, they lose Tommy, and then it's like how it's like 22 years later or 28 years later, how Kimberly comes back and has a massive go at Billy and Zach for even thinking about the morphing grid, and it's just like, bitch, please. And then but she's like fucked off earlier. So because of all of that, it's like Kimberly then talks to the cousin or something like the daughter of the cousin of one of Trini's family members, and basically it turns out to be an evil person that takes Kimberly's morpher. And then you have Jenna. It's Olivia Hart, the Green Ranger's and Pink Ranger's daughter. And then that's the basic kind of rundown of the story. But what I find really annoying is that if you didn't get the 30th anniversary issue, it has an entire segment that tells you about that story on why like they go off to kill Rita and Zed and stuff like that. And I was reading it and I completely forgot about it when I was actually reviewing it. And I was like, oh yeah, there's that part in it. Why isn't that in it? Because it's only 4 issues, and they could have easily got 5 issues out of this if they really tried hard. And I was just like, man, if you didn't pick it up, you wouldn't have known, and it just doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Yeah, my whole thoughts on the first 2 issues were it feels rushed again. You and I were talking about the issues, and we were going, there's no way they can cram all this story into 5 issues.
They are.
It needs to be 10 issues. Like, this could be an entire section. Like, 10 issues, 20 issue comic, I would think.
I wouldn't say 20 issues because
roughly
for that storyline, it's way too short. So I would say at least maximum 10. I would say 6 issues minimum, 10 max, because there's not really much you can tell of the story other than going, oh, these are the adventures you've got back in the day. This is what you've got there. It just, I don't think it would work for a long period of time, like 20. Now thinking about it, so yeah, that's a thing.
I do feel bad that any of us that did kickstart this got the 550 where we could get the script. I
don't care about that damn script. No,
because I think the script would definitely tell us more about why it's going the way it is.
Well, I think that they could have stretched it to 5 if they'd put in the 30th issue what it is, because it's effectively, it doesn't tell you what the story, like all the entire story. Not unless they're going to do a whole thing of, oh, now in the next issue they do a flashback and then they show exactly what goes on. But the way that it's set out is it works because she's getting a flight home. So you easily could have had that as issue 2, and then issue 3 could have been what we had recently. Issue 4 carrying on. But yeah, like I don't know. I for the Kickstarter, I think for what you're getting for 1,000, 2,000 isn't worth it.
No,
Like
anything past 550 was not worth it as well.
Anything past $5.50, anything past $100, I paid
Right.
$75. So that's all y'all getting from me.
yeah, I mean, I backed it for I think £85 or whatever, and that was
Okay.
the two hardcore. What did I get?
I think you backed the hardcovers, same as me.
Yeah, because I wanted both, because it was basically the complete hardcover set, which is $85, and then obviously I've got the pin badge with it. But to be fair, with reading this now, like I feel like in a way kind of duped, because I was expecting the return to be at least, again, maybe 6 to 10 issues, maybe longer, depending on the story. But right now it feels like it's not worth it. So I wonder if you can actually return them and get your money back.
Dead ass. I want to return the return, please.
Yeah, literally, that would be my title, because like they reached their goal, and I feel like you should get a lot more. Like 550, you got quite a bit, but again, I don't think it's worth it. $1,000 or 1,100 is definitely not worth it, and especially since they gave out all the kind of extra stuff. I'm just scrolling what you get.
Yeah,
Like,
and that guy never did get back to me about just buying the script flat out as an add-on.
they never did. It says 16. If they got to $600,000, 16 pages of behind-the-scenes content and the expanded cover gallery added to the return collection. Not like if we go past, was it? What was it? The 400,000 free stickers, everyone! Woo! Free stickers! No one gives a shit.
I mean,
I do like
I
the
like
story that they're telling, though. I really enjoy the story that she's telling in the return, but I just found out it's only gonna be what, 5 issues?
4 issues, I think.
4. That is
3 to
ridiculous.
5,
Like,
yeah, roughly. I mean, I backed the 220, or it's 220 for me because I had the day one pin that should have been on our list.
how do y'all check y'all stuff? What y'all get? Kickstarter.com.
And go to rewards, and it should bring up your pledge.
Yeah, and then it tells you everything there. Because I know that everyone who pledged on day one got a day pin. I changed mine. I was like, shit, am I going to get this? And then when I saw what you got, it actually says like day one pin. I was like, oh, that's great. That's fine.
I had to re-add it to my list, even though I backed it day one.
So, what was mine? I got messages. Oh, yeah, do the thing. Yeah, it says like hardcover, Mike Morphing print.
Yeah, because I'm getting the hardcover slipcase signed, the cards, 6 prints, the pin, of course, and some mysterious thing that has yet to be revealed.
They will never do it. If I don't get that pin badge, I'm returning it. Going, I want my money back, because that's the only reason.
I better get that damn pin too, because that's what I signed up for.
Yeah, but I think just in general, like I would have liked this to be a lot bigger, because it just feels like you hardly get anything. The storyline is fine. Like I do like the story, but I think it could have been longer. Like you could have had an entire issue. As much as I don't like, well, I do like it, but as much as I didn't like the fact that she looks like Jenna, like you could have had the whole thing. You could have had the whole thing of like, how did Olivia get the powers? What she's doing with it? You could have a training montage. You could have flushed it out just a little bit longer, but it just feels like, Oh no, Rita's daughter's here. She's taken the Morphers. She's got the Rangers. Now it's all down to one person defeating it. What will we do next? Find out on Power Rangers.
And that's how I feel about it. Is that they could have 2-3 issues going. Where the hell is my mother? I need to go try to find someone to help me with this. All that's left is this weird thing in the house. I don't know where it came from, and she finds Alpha or something. I don't know. It just seems like there should be more to the story.
Yeah, and I especially think with how much you're paying for these like Kickstarters, it just needs more. Like, I'm obviously gonna read the issue, read what I get. But if it's just going to be like, oh, you also get Power Rangers Pink included, I'm like, fuck, that comic book series was whack as shit. So, what the actual? It was shit. It was the Power Rangers Pink was one of the worst ones that they did because the suits look good, but it was just like, oh, Kimberly's gone off, and now you got to use Zordon's light sword to give powers to other Rangers. And
Which that basically said, dear fucking God, they don't care about their continuity. Give us more migraines. That's all I liked it, how it played out. But I agree with you. It was shit because it just added more migraines.
Well, all the comics are separate from what they are, so it doesn't affect the main timeline whatsoever for what you see on the series. The only one that you could really say is Soul of the Dragon, but I feel like, in theory, like it was just a bad storyline. They were still finding their footing of what they were going to do, but I just generally thought it wasn't the best thing that you could have. Like that's what gets me a little bit.
Okay, I'm on Kickstarter. How do? Okay, never mind. I see. I got the
yeah,
complete
just
pink
click rewards.
hardcover set. That's what it said. Complete pink hardcover set, and I got a pen for $15. I thought that was $10.
No, it's like I think they wanted it. How do I feel about this project so far?
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be more transparent if they kind of brought stuff up. It's nice that you get like a digital version in your inbox for free, but then I kind of feel like most people who back this wouldn't need to buy the actual physical copy. And so far, there's like a ton of different variants for the return. I don't know. Like, I think that if I got this, I think I would just be like, I'm not really, really happy with it. Yeah, it's what it says for me. It's like the set is sick in the best way. Reserve a complete set of the brand new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers: The Return and the new edition of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink. I don't want pink. Fuck that shit. Both collected in premium hard cover editions and featuring exclusive covers by All-Star illustrator David Mack. You'll also receive a set of iconic 6 Pink Ranger 7x5s art prints by this person. All Boom Direct Reverse items are limited to their initial print runs, never to be reprinted. Any upgrades unlocked during the course of the campaign will be exclusive to these editions. Both books are full cover hard editions. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return is 128 pages, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink is 160 pages.
Yeah.
What? Like, Pink is more than... Oh, man, that's absolutely wank. And it's just like... included the hardcover, the pink hardcover, and Pink Ranger print set. Where is my day one? Where's my pin? That's what I want to know.
I ain't got none of that either. And where's my return? Because all I see is the pink. Is the pink the return? Like, is that a totally separate thing? Like,
So
I don't know.
You got MMP. So if you did the 85 one like me, then
That's what I did.
Yeah, if I'd known, like, this is what is called reading. I should have fucking read this. So, okay, oh man, what is it?
So do I get the return at all, or just a digital version?
No. So effectively, what it was is you could have gone for the first one, and then it's like you get Power Rangers Pink included. So it's not like it's in the first one. I think it's a separate thing. I'm like, God damn. God damn that one! Like, why?
I don't need pink. I got the soft cover. I'm good.
Yeah, it got me one last time. It got that's man. Ah.
Okay, what did I get? Explain to me what the fuck I got.
So I scrolled down. So I scrolled down and looked, and this is so. What you get is the same one as me. So you get the 2 books, which is the Return, and then it's Power Rangers Pink, the comic book run that they did a while ago, like a couple of years ago. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink is available in Boom Studios Direct softcover, and it says, "Oh no, there's no major." So yeah, effectively, it's just the storyline of how Kimberly goes off. Some problems happen in France and whatnot. Goldar comes along. They borrow Zordon's sword of light. They give it to like other people there. They defeat Goldar with a mishmash of like Zords together, and then Kimberly writes the letter of "Dear John" to Tommy, and then that's it.
Which is interesting because we don't see that letter till Zeo, and how that plays out is Mighty Morphin, which is
Yeah.
hilarious.
But because it's not in continuity to the show, it's one of those things that, you know, if they did it in the comics, it works well. I didn't realize when I was reading this, I thought Pink came in, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing! Like, there's 2 hardcover sets. Oh man, I should have just like stuck to like 40. Was it like the hardcover $35? Added the print, and then that's it, because I really like the some of them. Oh man, I feel duped now. Everyone, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about backing a Kickstarter, make sure that it is properly done. You properly read everything.
About the only thing I can say about this Kickstarter and the way it went was comics do not sell well. It was a what do they call it? Catch-22 of let's see how far this can go. We didn't expect it to be X thing, and dear God, it overshot what we wanted.
So what I'm hearing is we got Amy Jode.
Yeah, I like that. We got
Oh,
Amy Jode.
God.
Yeah, like oh well, live and learn, live and learn. I'm gonna read the like thingy of like, can I get a refund?
In the words of Magic players, read your fucking Kickstarter.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's legit. Like, it's just make sure you read it, because again, I was under the impression that it was like a second cover of it. Like, so I thought like you've got the one cover, like a hardback one. So you have the story, and then you have Power Rangers Pink in there, like in the back or something. You know,
Right.
something that you have. I was like, that's what you get. And it was like, here is 2 different versions. So I was like, damn, I really like them both. And then now it's just like, nope, we're just reselling an old story that was shit. So
I mean, it makes sense because it revolves around Kimberly, but no, we don't need another iteration of it. I agree.
so I'm just seeing like where it is, because again, if it's like you're not getting the print, like the pin, because as much as that is, it will be my way out of. That's the reason why I did it, because I wanted this pin, because it looked really cool. Because I want the complete set. But oh well, let's live and let learn. Live and let learn.
Sounds like a coolio moment.
Oh yes, it was. We got Amy Jode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna read it. I like the return so far, so maybe I might like the pink as
I-
well.
I wanted for the I backed the hardcover because normally like hardcovers come with extra stuff in the back. So who knows what we'll get in that.
Well, I don't know what to tell y'all, but Milo, what's your how you feel? I think Milo done ate crispy, y'all. He's
Yeah.
gone.
Son, my name is Milo. I have eaten him. Ah.
Oh, Milo must have got a cease and desist from Disney. Look at that face. They NDA'd you, poor Milo.
They're like, stop talking.
Look, he quiet now. He like, I ain't saying shit. They sent me they serve you some papers, huh? Milo, did they
Right.
serve you?
This is like my people will call your people.
he real silent. This ain't gonna really
Right.
shut you up, boy.
My bad. Oh, have we talked about Dragon's Dogma yet?
No,
What?
we have not talked about that one just yet.
Yeah, that could be our last
So-
topic. Let's go into
Cool.
dog.
Another masterpiece ruined by fucking microtransactions.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh. While y'all talking about, let me Google Dogma. What is that? Is it a PC or PlayStation?
All
Both.
consoles.
Dogma. Dogma 2.
Have not played the second one yet, but apparently it has garnered a bunch of hate.
I can see it. The first article is from Forbes. It says negative. Dragon's Dogma 2 reviews pour in as player discovers its microtransactions. Damn. That's the first
Micro-
article.
Yep,
But
right out the gate.
Microtransactions are part of the gaming industry now. But it's shit, believe me. But it's part of the industry.
I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
but
has
right out the gate, when you gotta
microtransactions,
pay
and they're
for it,
not
it's like,
so.
what the hell?
I mean, okay, I play Tekken 8, and they have microtransactions where you could buy different costumes from different games. Like, I wanted this. I made Nina Williams. That's one of my favorite characters, but I wanted her Tekken 7 look or this black classic look, and it was only $4. So, I mean, I get it if it's something cosmetic or it has to. If it improves your experience, it shouldn't bother you. But now they was charging $20 for this thing. I can understand. I would be highly upset.
So
Right.
that's one of the biggest issues was costumes, fine, fine. A weapon set that you have to buy that's like stupidly overpowered and that you can get in right off the bat. Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, hey, here's a treasure map to some more treasures, so you can have a lot more fun hunting them down and 100%ing. Why do I have to pay $2 to recreate my character?
Because that's how they get you.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one you didn't have to do any of this, and that's why the first one is so well respected.
And that's what I'm seeing in the negative reviews. The gameplay is fine. The story is fine. It plays like the first game.
What
But
is
why
that?
do I?
Oh, that's a reef. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry, y'all.
Why do
I was looking like, Chris, what the hell is that? It looked like from this vantage point, I'm so far away. It looked like a skewer of meat. Maybe I'm just hungry.
All right,
remember remember when we could just play a game? You didn't need to download a bunch of shit. You didn't need an internet connection, no microtransactions. You just played the damn game.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Back to
Thank
the
you to
90s,
the
man.
technology. And they found out that they can make money by charging extra stuff. Like, let's give you a game, but they give you 20% of the game and charge you more.
Money they don't even need because the gaming industry is worth $100 billion, more than it ever has been in human history. They
know
don't.
what? I mean, it's just what it is. The food industry is going to come like that soon. You'll go to McDonald's and you're going to order a number one, a Big Mac, but they're going to charge you for the extra bread in the middle. They're going to charge you for lettuce. Like, I mean, it's just what it is.
They're going to charge you for the ketchup, mustard, or anything else.
You guys like buffalo wings, right? like bone-in wings?
Yep.
No sauce?
Yep.
I'm sorry, you have to pay $2 for your ranch that comes with it.
I know. I hate that. I hate it so much. Wingstop. Okay, perfect. Wingstop. Stop making me charge for sauce, okay? Your wings are dry. I need something to help this go down, okay? Jesus.
Like, right.
Unfortunately, we had to do that too, and I didn't like it either. But you got to pay the workers somehow, and if we're
I
just
know.
giving that away for free, that cuts
Y'all
into
should
our.
at least give one away for free. Hey, where's
Like
Lou at? I
one
need
free
Lou. I
sauce.
need you to come up to the front, Miss Disney Plus, because I don't need y'all to try to upcharge me to remove ads. I was already paying y'all $40 a damn month, feels like, and now, ooh, let's upscale you some more. Like, come on, man. Stop
That's how they
overcharging
do,
me.
bro.
I hate it.
That's how they do.
I'm paying so much in streaming. It's like a damn mini car note. All collectively. From Disney Plus to HBO to Netflix to Amazon Prime to BET Plus to Paramount Plus to all these other things. It's like, what? I got to strip just to pay the streaming services. This is crazy.
Like, right.
I
Yeah,
hate it so much.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
I mean, I'm still going to get the game just because I'm a like DD fan. So like I'll get it just to get it. But as far as like me, paying microtransactions, that's probably going to be a big, definite no. So whatever character I make is going to stay that way.
Yeah.
Like fuck that.
I think when it comes to anything with microtransactions, not unless the game depends on it, like they give you the full game, so you don't have to effectively like do it. But if they start charging you for shit you don't need, it's like, yeah, that shouldn't be included. If I make a character wrong, I'm just going to restart it and just do it again,
Right.
probably.
Right.
Like fuck that shit.
But it's also heartbreaking when you just, like I said, I really want to buy that new, what is it, Final Fantasy game, Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Really
on
good
my
so far.
list.
I really want to get it, but it's like, am I going to get it? And then they're like, oh, you want to play as Tifa? That's $15. Oh, you want to use this magical spell? That's $5. Like, I don't want that shit to happen to me.
No, they won't do that. That sort of game, if they did do it, like any microtransactions, it'd be like, get more tickets at the Golden Saucer, get more tickets doing this, and then that would be it. But I've never seen, like, even in the first game, they never introduced microtransactions. The only thing I could probably see was if they talked about like if you wanted Cactar or Carbuncle, then you had to buy like a super duper ultimate version of the game to get all of it included. And that was pretty much it.
All right.
But yeah, the only thing I'd say that really annoys me with Final Fantasy is that I don't know if this game's going to come out. So the third one is going to be like, it's on PS6, everyone. I'm like, just release it on PC. Fucking release it on PC.
See,
So I
and
can play.
that's my dilemma with it as well, because I have integrated on my PC. Do I want to get it for my 5, or do I just want to wait? At this point, I'm just like, screw it. I'm getting Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition for.
I have a
5.
question for you there, because I know it's supposed to be the last topic, but you just said PS5 and PC. Y'all do know we're supposed to be getting a PS5 Pro and all these games coming out. So are they going to release a PS5 Pro version game disc as well? Like, what are they going to do now?
They need to. They
They
need
did it
to.
before.
I don't know.
I will not be surprised.
The one thing that I would say is if you're playing any game on PS5, if you have to then get a special version update for the next PS5, I'd be like, fuck that shit. Get that out of here. Like, it's just what I don't like is I want these game companies to come out and say this game is going to be exclusively on this game. So the next game is going to be on PS5, not be like, well, you've paid $1,000 for a PS5 and all the accessories and all the stuff that you need. Oh, that game that you really want, the next version is going to be on the PS6, where you're going to need to spend another $1,000 on the console and all the accessories. And it gets too much. Like, it physically gets too much. The reason why I bought my PS4 Pro was Horizon Zero Dawn and Final Fantasy. And I was like, right, I'm only going to really play those two games. And then now it's like, oh, Final Fantasy Rebirth's coming out. PS4, PS5 only. I'm like, I'm not spending more money just for one game. Fuck
See,
that.
and I said that about Final Fantasy 16, and then the more and more I looked at it, I'm like, I need a new DVD player. I don't want to buy another DVD player. I don't want to buy a new 4 or 3. You know what? Let's just go balls to the wall. We'll get 16. We'll get the 5. Call it a day.
Yeah.
I know, but that's the thing. Do I need to upgrade my PS5? Because I bought 2 PS5s, right? One for myself, one for my brother. But this was the time when they were so scarce, I had to buy them for a reseller. So I bought my PlayStation 5 from Best Buy. It was a total of like $500, which is standard. But I had to buy one for my brother, which from a reseller. I paid $800 for that one. So do I now have to spend $800 on the PS5 Pro to play the games? Like I don't like what? What I gotta do now?
I don't
I
know.
hope not.
The only thing is like, 'cause I look at it as how they do with PS4 and PS4 Pro is the only thing you're going to get is what was it, like a fast, like maybe a faster chipset or something, or it's quicker to play on this game, like less loading time, because that's what the PS4 Pro did. Was it was like slightly quieter, games load faster in it, if you're playing on whatever one it is. And then that was mainly it. Like, so I imagine that it would just be a updated something or other, and there's no main difference. So I always look at the pros and cons of the console, because I personally wouldn't want to buy a brand new console. So I just wait for the Pro. But to be fair, if these PlayStation games come on PC, I would much rather have it on PC than anything.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just because it's one console, you can build it up how you want. You don't have to spend $400.
Mod it how you want for free.
Yeah.
Mods. Mods.
Yeah, but because that sort of stuff makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Like, when people go like, "Oh, look at my Tifa! I've put her in this really cool dress or whatever." I'm like, those mods are goddamn cool.
Right. But I'm sticking with my PS5 shit. It's easy. I just plug it in and I play. I ain't gotta worry about, okay, I need to upgrade my chipset, my VTFA Q7 memory RAM, whatever the fuck that is. I ain't gotta worry about that. Oh, I need a cooling fan. I need an AC cooler. I also need a heater. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just get the 5 Pro when that comes out, and then after that, I'm probably done with consoles, because at this point it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
To me personally, it's just like I'm not going to go. I'd rather spend, like, say, $50 to $100 on a game that is playable on a PC that I'm sitting at and doing and enjoying, rather than having to worry now of like, oh, you want the new Final Fantasy game, PS6, and then they make another one. Oh, I know that you've just spent a lot of money, but the next version on is PS7. Oh, there's another one, PS8, and it just gets to a point where it's like I'm not made of money. Like game consoles, 360, PS3, they lasted years.
Right.
I have on my desktop Final Fantasy 1 through 13 with all the in-betweens. I guess I'm still missing 3 for some odd fucking reason. I need to fix that. But yeah, like, come on.
I don't know.
Seriously, ridiculous at the point.
I think there's a lot now with the gaming industry, but I think it just gets really boring if you have to constantly buy a new console. Like, consoles these days don't last as long as they do now.
No, they don't. They don't at all.
But my PC, I built it almost 6 years ago. It's still running good. I upgraded the graphics card and the CPU before I moved here, and with my new job coming up, I'm gonna be building a new computer. Hopefully, I might just switch out the graphics card in this, but other than that, my PC does exactly everything I wanted to.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I don't know, man.
It's fun, but microtransactions are going to stay till the end of time.
No, yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Make the microtransactions worth it.
Yeah, unfortunately they don't, because I think it's more if that game goes online. So say for me, for like I play a lot of Genshin Impact, and I've spent a whole lot of money on buying in-game currency. And I know tomorrow if they turn around and went, we're now getting rid of all of this, I've wasted a lot of money. A lot of money on this one thing, which is not the best thing, but that's all me. So, but yeah, I think that I don't. If it's behind a paywall, I don't like it. If it's like, here's you want that brand new video game, that level, that character skin, that's all locked. Which is if it's on the disc already or in the program, rah.
Right.
That's it.
Like how I say worth it, I mean do what League of Legends does, and oh hey, you can get a character and 2 skins for like $25. Okay, there we go.
Well, one thing that I think is cool, like I don't know if any of you remember Final Fantasy Online, the very first one that they did.
11.
Yeah, I think it's
I thought
11.
that was
Yeah, it's 11.
I thought that was 12 for some reason.
No, Final Fantasy.
No.
It's XI. It's XI. So when they used to do microtransactions and stuff like that, like if you want to buy this one game in currency, then you get it, and they actually gave you like a proper like item. So this one was the Tidal Talisman, which was absolutely fantastic. And he's exactly Milo.
He doesn't
Yeah.
think so.
He's like, I love it. But the main thing is, like, I don't know how much it cost me, maybe like $40, $50. But they actually sent what it looks like in the game.
Hold on, let me zoom in on that. Boom.
So this was like, I don't know if my
Nice.
camera's going to pick it up,
There
but
we go.
that was part of it. And can you imagine, like, if you bought something like this in game now and be like, I want this, like, you play Call of Duty or League of Legends, and they were like, okay, if you spend like 20, 30, 40, $50, 100 or whatever, you get the actual physical item. Because I'd be more like, yeah, fuck it, I want it. It's a lot more.
Exactly. Like make it worth it.
I'm never going to sell it, but I'm just kind of really wondering to know how much that is. Okay, so it's like 50 quid, something like that, 100 quid. That's not too bad, actually. So, damn, that's really, really cool. I haven't played that. I need to play that game again, actually. That was actually a fun game. There's one thing I really wanted was the Sandorian ring. Like, I was like, if I ever get married, like, if someone was like, if you have to wear a ring for the rest of the time, I'd like the Sandorian ring because it was my home city. And like, you could never really get it anymore.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's not even on there. I always hate it when I can't even find it. Damn, son. But it was such a cool thing as well. Anyway, that's my thing on that one.
Right. I don't know. Just how can you make microtransactions like worth it for these games?
You can't. Just get rid of them.
Again, it depends on the game. I know we're going a little long here, but it depends on the game. Just say, for example, Mortal Kombat 1.
Yep.
Microtransactions can work there. And they do. You pay for cosmetics. You pay for the different looks because it really changes. You pay for fatalities. They really enhance your gameplay. If we had Injustice 3 come out and they say, okay, you get Superman, but do you want the Man of Steel look that looks like Henry Cavill? It's $5. People will pay for that. If you want Michael B. Jordan, we heard that he's going to be Superman, but you want his character to look like that in the Superman, $4. You know what I mean? You would pay for that just to have that type of different thing. Or Family Guy version of Superman. You know what I mean? Cosmetic reasons that will enhance the gameplay. Fine. If they add on an additional level or a different character for $5 to $10, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, but also allow unlockables. Like, hey, you got an achievement. It unlocks X move set or costume or something. Like, bring
Right.
back the unlockables.
Crispy looks like he's
What
about
is
to
the
release
cost
a
worth
whole
the
album.
reward?
What's your album called? The Tortured
Like,
Poets.
actions, that's what it's called.
Taylor
Right.
Swift got competition. He about to release a whole alternative album.
Yo, Swifties ain't got it on me, bro.
Hey, that's what we need to do. Just next podcast. Everyone just got on sunglasses.
You've
We'll
unlocked
see.
that.
Have our screen frozen. Our avatars are talking, and that's it.
But with the transactions, is the cost worth the reward? Because you can have all these like good exclusive high price items and powerful weapons and everything in these games, but is the cost worth it? I don't think.
Yeah.
The 90s did it best. You get the game, you can play the game. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's how I want to do. But
Pretty much. Right now, the only company which it bugs me that they do this, but they've been doing this for like 15 years. Ubisoft is the only company, in my opinion, that can actually get away with it because they offer a bunch of like in-game and stuff that's actually worth the price of you paying for it. Half of it is through their rewards app, which is actually like worth it with most of the they have. So in-game content with that worth it. The prices for some of the other stuff not really worth it in my opinion, but it is worth it. You want the skins and exclusive weapons in most of their games. And so when most of their stuff like crosses over between like each of their games, so it's actually not that.
So does it, like, say you unlock a, how do I say, like, say you go for an MK47 with a special skin, and that is basically you've paid for that. If you get the next game over, does that transfer? So it's like, okay, I can take my gun from this game and I can use it in this one as well.
So I would say with that actual gun, the actual gun that you locked in that game wouldn't really transfer over. That specific gun wouldn't transfer over, but they'll take a version of that.
It's a lot of feedback
in the game.
Okay, so
that's okay. That might have fixed it. Wait, is it still feedbacking?
No, it's a little better right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. But you were saying, Mark?
Yeah, no, I was just interested to know, like, if I bought like a special gun in that game, and then in the next one, I was like, I've maxed that gun out, best specs in the entire world. I'm comfortable with using it. If I went over to like the next game, would that transfer across for me, or would I have to then buy the same gun again, redo everything that I did previously? So effectively, if I've spent $15 on one, I don't have to spend another 15 after that.
So that gun, specifically the gun that you worked, to get to the max level, like high decks, everything, that probably wouldn't transfer over because that would be limited to that specific game. I don't think they would have the tech to actually like put like your modified gun onto another game. What they would do is they would take a version of that gun, put it in and port it over to the next game as because they know everybody liked using that type of gun in the previous games. So the next game they got, they would turn that gun and put it in there just like they did like most of their games that they've done. taking outfits that people like games and they'll put it in the next game because they know like outfit, so transfers different skins and weapon NPC characters that you played with in the first one over to the next one.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Huh?
I think carryover is a definite talking point for next time, but
right.
Yeah, I agree. With all the Call of Duties out there, and with how hard people spend money on these games, like Mortal Kombat, definitely carry over into the next game,
right?
And add more to it.
Right.
Like if you're gonna make these 100 Call of Duty is already over 160 gigs. Why not add more stuff to it? Just carry over to the next game.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind paying like $20 for a carryover pack.
Right.
Oh, Little Big Planet. That was the game I was thinking of for this little discussion. Little Big Planet was one of those games where you play as a little sack boy.
Right.
And you got different costumes. You had to pay for those costumes. But you can access those on 3 different games.
What if you paid for them by playing the game?
It'd be nice.
The achievements,
be bad.
Yeah, unlock them. Allow us to unlock them.
Well,
right.
That's what they used to. That's what it used to be like back in the day. Like if you want, like, look at let's say Resident Evil. You would play the entire game, and then you'd get a certain gun unlocked, or if you beat it in a set time. And I liked what it was that way because it made us want to do it. But now it's not. It's just like, God damn! What I miss those games. I miss those days completely.
I got one for you, Mark. Cat Girl Ada.
What? Cat Girl Ada.
Yep, Cat Girl Ada. It is a thing.
In which Resident Evil series?
4 remake.
Oh, okay, it's in the remake. Okay, let me look at this up.
Here y'all go.
Oh, darn. Okay, I would go for Cat Girl Ada.
And Mousely. Oh God.
Meow.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like I'm buying that.
I'll tell you after how to get that.
I don't have the game, so
yeah. I'll tell you how to get it. Oh, ha ha. Ha ha.
I was about to say, how long is it take y'all to notice?
Jarrell has too much fun when he gets on. And it's nice to see him back. Unfortunately, we have to be like Ada and scramble out of here before it gets crazy.
It all changed, and that's it.
Yeah, the podcast is in on Milo's orders. He needs a walk.
Yeah. Milo, say goodbye, man. Say goodbye, Milo.
Want to say goodbye? Want to say goodbye, Milo? Want to say goodbye?
Disney have stopped me from speaking. I cannot speak anymore.
Say goodbye, Milo. You gotta close it out, man. You gotta close us out. You gotta say coolio. We can't leave until you say
coolio.
Well, he ain't done with Disney yet. He'll be back. He'll be back, right?
Who wants to go for a walk? Walkies.
Like, no, you do
it. Bye, y'all. Bye, Milo.
Bye.